debt negotiation services with an escrow account, I don't know. You might want to take a pause on that one. I've seen them destroy small businesses many, many times over. There's a lot of companies out there that offer corporate debt negotiation solutions, and they might hook you with really low or no money down solutions. They might say, fill up this escrow account and we'll settle later. It sounds great, but in reality, it's a huge trap. Here's why. The number one reason: you don't control your own money. Think about it for a second. The fact that you're even in a position where you have to make the hard decision to even retain or talk to a third-party debt settlement or debt negotiation company puts you in a real precarious position to begin with. Every single dollar that you have that can be deployed towards problematic debt should not be given to the third party. It should stay in your control. You should be the one who has control of your limited funds. Yes, do you need to be disciplined with those funds? Absolutely. But the moment you cede control to somebody else who only cares about themselves, you're losing the game big time. If you think for a minute that that money is going to fund your outcome, think again. It's funding their outcome. Also, meanwhile, while you're building this escrow account, your creditor is not sitting around. They're not going, oh, he started an escrow account, let's just take a chill. No, they're going to be aggressive. They're going to come at you. They're going to sue you. They're going to enforce collections. They're going to enforce lien rights. They might even levy your bank accounts. While you're building an escrow account that's primarily for the benefit of the debt settlement company, let's get that straight. Let's get that clear. It's not for your benefit. It's for their benefit. So while you're building an escrow account for the benefit of the third-party debt settlement company, your creditor is not waiting around, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to take every nickel they can from you. Know that truth, know that reality, because it's fact. An example of how this might work is, let's say you owe $50,000 and the debt settlement company that you're working with has said that they'll be able to settle for 50 cents on the dollar. Well, that means that you have to build that escrow account up to $25,000 before they're even going to start working for you. But if your fee to them is $10,000 or $15,000, they're going to make you fund that first before you even fund the 25. So you're going to have to fund that whole thing before they'll even start working for you. And if you see the incentives there, the incentive is for them to put themselves before the creditor. They almost become creditor with a senior position to the creditor that's giving you problems. You can see the danger in it. You're taking the money that's needed to go to that creditor right now on day one, and you're giving it to somebody that has no business in this equation whatsoever. Another element is, and I need you to engrave this into your brain, that as you're building this escrow account, nobody's doing any work for you whatsoever. They're just sitting in their offices going, let's see, does he have enough money in there for us to begin negotiations? That is the worst way that this could be handled. When you hire somebody, they should immediately make contact, immediately send letters, immediately start taking control, immediately start sharing settlement budgets, immediately start sharing hardship stories, and getting your unique story told. Time is not your friend when you're under pressure from a creditor. Time is your enemy. You need to be able to jump into a debt settlement strategy or debt negotiation strategy immediately. You need to get your story told. You need to get your financials in order. You need to be able to get your settlement budgets figured out and expressed and explained as quickly as possible. And the way that the escrow-based debt negotiation companies are set up, they take their good old time. They're going to wait months and months and months before they even start working on your behalf. And the reason why is because they get to control your money for their benefit. Remember that. Get that straight. For their benefit. They want to get rich on you from your pain. It's as simple as that. Here's a real world horror story of a client that had formerly gone with a debt settlement firm that used escrow account. He bought into their program, was thinking that everything was going to work out just fine. He built up his escrow account to maybe 45% of the debt. It wasn't a tremendously large debt, but it was still significant for him and his business. It was, if I remember, it was about $18,000, maybe $20,000. So he had built up $9,000. It took a long time for him to build that up, but they still hadn't made any offers on his behalf. During that time, his creditor earned a judgment and levied his bank account for the full amount of the debt, plus a tremendous amount for legal fees and a tremendous amount for interest. Had he immediately taken action and made a settlement, there's a good chance that he might have been able to settle for 40, 50, 60 cents on the dollar from the original principal. But instead, he paid 100% of the principal, plus another 50% of the principal in interest and attorney's fees, plus, let's not forget the 40% that he had saved into that escrow account. And when he asked for it back, they cited the cancellation fee policy in their contracts, and they said, sorry, that money belongs to us. So where he could have settled for 50 cents on the dollar, he ended up paying 200% of the total debt amount. It was just downright disgusting and despicable. And that's what's happening out there. So when you're faced with the use of a debt settlement program that uses an escrow facility, make sure you ask the really hard questions. What happens if I don't get a settlement right away? What happens if they're not taking action for me right away? What happens if the creditor earns a judgment before I could build my escrow account? How much are your cancellation fees? What if I'm not happy? Can I get my money back? All those things really matter. At PRG, under Simple Settle, we don't operate that way. We want you to be in control of your financial destiny. Yes, we'll ask for a fee. It's fair, it's reasonable. It's what you would pay to have fair work done for a fair job. That's just who we are and how we work. I want to empower small business owners to be better stewards of their capital and not try to extract it from you just for the sake of extracting it. I want you to be stronger, smarter, wiser small business owners. If you need or want help with a problematic debt situation, we're happy to help you at PRG. One of my divisions is Simple Settle. You can see right here, where's the logo? We'd be happy to help you out. We will never use an escrow account. Let's get straight. Having a lump sum is a good way to make offers to creditors, but ceding control of it to a third party who really cares about themselves over you is not a good method. So I will advocate to you, build a lump sum, but do it on your own. And we'll help you think through, facilitate how to do it, but it's gonna be up to you. It's the discipline that you bring to the table to do it. Remember, if you're in a problematic debt situation and you need to dig out, you have to start budgeting for it. And even if those payments haven't begun, you should start stacking them into your own little savings account. You don't need to pay huge fees to have a savings account.